Project Blue provides market intelligence on critical material supply chains, and we provide that through subscriptions, through consulting and events. We formed the company because we saw a gap. There was a gap for coverage that spoke to all of the critical materials landscape. We wanted to cover not just the battery materials, not just the ferroalloys, but all of the weird and wonderful elements of the periodic table.
In an evolving technology landscape, different commodities are required to help realize technological ambitions. And we present together the supply and demand dynamics and forecast the direction of travel of different technologies and what those mean for raw material requirements. Not just of materials out of the ground, but the whole value chain. So materials coming out of mines and out of recycling down to how they are refined and processed, and also who the end consumers are in that whole value chain. So we support companies to understand their position within a supply chain and also to understand the risks over the forecast period, and where are the bottlenecks, where are the investment requirements, what are the competitor landscapes looking like, which countries demand and supply is sort of evolving and how that's evolving.
The value that we bring to clients is impartial, expert opinion. We don't care if prices go up or down or stay the same. We don't care how much of a metal is produced or consumed. We just want to get as close as we can to the truth. And in an ever-changing world with shifting geopolitics, macroeconomics, it's really important to try and cut out the noise and just get as close as you can to accurate data, accurate insights. Our clients need to make big decisions every day, and we aim to provide them with accurate data analysis and insight so that they can make those strategic decisions.
Commodities by nature is a global conversation, right? So as a research house, we need to understand the global environments to really say what's happening in this commodity. So we need to understand key demand growth, we need to understand supply, and supply is fundamentally rooted in the geological heritage of planet Earth. Right? So we need to understand where are the deposits and where are those deposits being mined, refined and processed to reach the end of market.
We serve a range of clients across the value chain. So it's miners and producers, it's consumers and OEMs, it's trading companies, it's those involved in finance, and it's government clients too. So anyone across the value chain is a prospective Project Blue customer. And we aim to serve them with impartial data analysis and foresight.
So yeah, we have a lot of different clients, and importantly, we serve them in exactly the same way in order to be true and fair and independent, right? It's an important part of our research that we call things as we see it. We don't particularly pick one part of the supply chain and try to serve that. We need to be able to say the same story to all of the different actors that are in a long supply chain, an ever more complex supply chain.
What makes Project Blue unique is the people. We've got a leadership team built up of people who are experts in their field with deep understandings of the markets that they cover. We have a very international team, which is very important in these markets. We're big enough to have a global coverage and small enough to have local insight, local expertise. Project Blue focuses solely on critical materials. This is our space. We're a critical materials pure play, and we think that's super important. This is the critical materials era. They're fundamentally important to industrial policy, climate policy, energy policy, national security policy. So it's really important to understand critical materials. They're fundamental to today's global economy. They're going to be fundamental to the future. And knowing as much as we can about all of them is super important.